ranking Spanish-speaking clans. That was difficult to say. Sorry. We have BN, Buenas noches. That is a Spanish-speaking clan. They frequently make Hurricane. UR, I actually can't remember what UR stands for. I apologize. They are also a Spanish-speaking clan and frequently make it into Hurricane as well during clan battles. As well as CVR, which stands for Calaveras something. I can't remember. 3 Spanish-speaking clans in North America that do frequently make Hurricane. So, if you are watching and you don't, you aren't familiar with any of the Spanish-speaking clans at the high competitive level, those are a couple of them. It looks like POOI seems to be a storm level clan. Great to see from them. They, I feel as though their positioning is very good, so I'm looking forward to following their progress during clan battles this upcoming season. Are you good to go, Oscons?
I am good to go over here. I think the ref is checking the teams.
Yep.
And we are close. Yeah, there was a lot of strong positioning, strong movement. You know, it wasn't the, it wasn't the attrition fight. It wasn't the thing that we're probably going to end up seeing more and more as the weeks go on, as people who are extremely experienced. It's not that they don't want to make the big plays. It's that the big plays are just so risky that they're absolutely concerned that if they try to make the big play, that they're going to get pounced on. So rather than go for that, they go for the attrition play. They go for, I'm going to take a position that I'm going to be able to defend and I'm going to be able to hold, and I can slowly kind of work the enemy down, and hopefully we shoot better than they shoot or something. Certainly. And it's only when all of a sudden you start losing 1 ship or 2 ships that you start going, oh shit, and trying to figure it out on the fly.
Absolutely right. Looks like we're getting ready to start here. And almost ready. So I think we're POOI is Team A throughout here, so no need to change, I guess. And here we go.
They just kicked it off.
I need a new mouse. Mine's dirty. I also need a new keyboard. That's dirty too. All right. Getting set. Game 2. POOI up 1-0 versus TROYA. Very similar. 2 Shimikazes, 2 Stalingrads, 1 Petro, 1 Venezia, 1 Des Moines. I believe it is the same exact lineup from them. We'll see how this gets started up. What's Troy looking at?
Troy's got triple DD. What is this?
Oh my.
And 2 of them without smoke. We have a Marceau and a Smoland. Interesting. So if they're going for the 3 DDs, then they're going for map pressure. Potentially for real cap pressure. They do have Stalin Petro, so they've got some stuff that's going to sit in the water being tanky, as well as the Kremlin, Ohio from last game. They have a single Des Moines and a single Venezia mirroring the POOI comp.
Very exciting. Looking forward to seeing how this Smoland affects the game. I think that the Smoland is such a great ship. I don't know how it honestly functions in competitive, but we'll see if it's enough to go up against 2 Stalins and a Petra with that long-range radar. So coming in from Troy here, obviously 3 DDs, they seem to be splitting up. The Marceau seems to be going for B. I don't know how I feel about this. It does not have any smoke. Obviously, it may be thinking to itself, who cares? I don't have smoke. It's B. I'm going to get radared anyway. So it may just be counting on its speed and its gun battery reload speed to try and shoot down any Shimikaze that it means. What's the spread looking like from POOI?
I'm thinking that Marceau's just ramming down that throttle, trying to get to B before anybody even realizes the B could be a thing. Looking at the POOI, we've got the Shimas heading out to the wide flanks, A and C. C's definitely going to become a staring contest. We have, wow, looks like neither Venezia is actually going on the 10 line. Not sure how they're going to be able to bully through C there if both DDs just end up hugging the island. How the hell did they dislodge them? And there's the Marceau dipping into B. Yeah, it looks like a standard deployment, I guess, although, again, I'm confused why neither team has any wide flankers on that 9-10 line to try to dislodge whoever gets into C.
Yeah, that is odd. I mean, it's entirely possible the Venezia of Pixel Gamer may actually go out wide. He seems to be on his way. He could potentially put a lot of damage onto the Des Moines of Ram. Or, yeah, Charlie Main looking like he's also getting his slow Italian butt way out there, but it does feel like
Actually,
a slow start.
Really quick.
Yeah.
What if that Smoland takes the engagement against Ashima, The Shima smokes, Smolin pops radar, and he's got a Venezia in his back pocket to win the engagement.
That is
What if
very
that's
likely
what they're doing?
what's going to happen here. The question is, will the Smoland, if the Smoland gets spotted, he'll know that the Shima is within radar range of him. That's just how it sort of generally works. So we'll see if he actually aggressively pushes up there. In the meantime, the Ohio of TROYA, Andres Gelves, is interesting. He's taking a somewhat aggressive position. Here comes the radar from the Smoland. He must have been able to see. There go the guns on the Shimakaze. The Venezia has just fired, though. Possibly slightly poor coordination, as he does not have a broadside ready for Diamond Lux's Shimakaze, which could have been decisive. Although secondaries coming in from the Ohio. Very nice to see that. I think, right? Yeah. About 6K being shaved off the Shimakaze of Diamond Lux. Nothing too crucial. Let's take a look over here at C, where we have the ubiquitous staring contest of Des Moines and a Stalingrad. But look at these torpedoes coming in, Oskons, against the Stalingrad of D. Javineo. He's...
That's gonna hurt. That's two.
In Spanish, I think this is what's known as a Ufi Grande.
Oh yes, Ufi Grande with cappuccino ice and oh man, you've got froth coming out of the top of the ship. This dude is.
Ay, Dios mío!
Super caffeinated up in this joint.
El Stalingrad necesito un milagro. Ay, Dios mío! Ay.
Oh.
Muertito, lo siento. Well, that was a pretty decisive hit on a Stalingrad. POOI now with a very, very, very big handicap, losing a Stalingrad almost right out of the gate at the 4-minute mark here. Looking back over, it looks like the Smoland of Troy has decided he might be man enough to take this cap away from the Shimakaze, as he realizes there is in fact no Stalingrad to see him over here.
Absolutely. Smollin, being the DD hunter that he is, his radar might actually be back up by now, and the Shima is unwanting to test this, knowing that there's a Venezia that did just fire again right behind. In B, the Bravo did fall to that Marceau quite early, and we have Elion Verde, poking into Bravo, holding it, and taking some long-range shell fire from the Venezia, but really not at a threat from anybody else. Maybe Joshua, maybe Ohio can kind of leap that gap. I'm not too sure, but he just actually took a shot at somebody and smacked into the island, so nothing going on there. Over C has fallen to Troya, with the Des Moines taking it after that disastrous loss of a Stalingrad to the Shima Torps coming from that wide flank.
Yep, so we got a Petropavlovsk of POOI looking to move up the Zit Canal. That's what it's going to be from now on. As for the whole rest of the tournament, the space between C and B is going to be known as the Zit Canal, because that's where people get squeezed like zits. Very possibly wanting to move up here and either put HE fire onto this Marceau and hopefully dislodge him, or find an opportunity to get cheeky broadsides on something from Troya outside of the C cap. Over here on A, the Smoland attempting to bully its way into A against the Shimakaze of Diamond Lux. Not happening, but they are now trading gunfire. Very interesting is the Smoland having very rapid fire but slow trajectory guns, where the Shimakaze has very, very high velocity, hard-hitting guns, actually has the highest HE damage per shell of any destroyer, just a low fire rate. So the Venezia of Pixel Gamer finally moving out here to try and make a little bit of a... I guess a little bit of a flanking maneuver, as no one feels safe attempting to cap A. Oof.
Ooh, yeah, that trade definitely went against Troya there. So the Smoland picked the Shima, Shima smoked, Smoland radared, Shima ran. The Shima actually firing back at the Smoland, keeping himself lit for an extended period of time, but Pixel Gamer's Venezia was not able to scratch the Shima, whereas Charlie Man's Venezia was able to scratch the Smoland. Smoland popping a heel, though, not too wounded. He's able to bug out and drop some torps, while the Venezia and Shima look to move in on A. Meanwhile, at B, still a staring contest, as Elion Verde takes some more shells, getting reset repeatedly, wondering if Rams Des Moines is going to poke into the cap and try to exert some additional pressure. Marceau may be looking for the YOLO play, but bugging out. We are getting cap blocked with a Petro that the Rabbits Des Moines is starting to roll up on. If he's able to make this angle, start to make this thing, oh, 7 Ruben is reversing. This is gonna hurt. Rabbits coming in, got the AP shells loaded.
There it is. American Cruiser AP.
There, 5 seconds later, here comes more.
Oh, blap, 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 blap.
That one he felt, and...
You know,
That's the finish.
I'm gonna say
Seas
that is
protect.
100% because the Rabbit is using the sexiest camo a Des Moines can possibly use, which is, in fact, Steel Camo Des Moines. Congratulations, the Rabbit, you are a hero. But it's worth pointing out that right now, Mil Muertos of TROYA in the Shimakaze, flexing like an absolute champion, bringing his Shimakaze far up to the north to try and wrap around and take out this Kremlin. POOI now in a very, very dangerous position as they have lost two armored Stalin-type ships. That's what a real caster says. Stalin-type ships, by the way. And starting to have their eastern flank rolled up while trying to do the same on the west, but...
Today.
Yep. Oh, what's going to happen over here? I think...
Ohio eats 1, Ohio eats 2, he eats 3, he eats 4. If he keeps reversing, he might eat 5.
Oh my goodness.
All the way down to 5k. What a huge amount of damage. He pops his heel and starts saying a prayer as people are going to start piling on to Andre.
Yikes. I'm wondering now if the Shimakaze of Diamond Lux, will he keep moving? He is going to take a torpedo. Shima of Diamond Lux taking a torpedo. Is that decisive? No, not enough to kill him. It's just a Smolen torpedo. He's still sitting pretty on 4k HP. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the Ohio of Andres Galvez trying very hard to heal up, while the Ohio of Ratondios, our good friend Ratondios, will he move too far out and expose himself to the Venezia? I don't think so.
Marseille would be going for the YOLO play. He's got torps out at the Stalin, who's reversing. Marceau torps are not a joke. If any of those hit, that's could be some serious stuff. Throws off the Tors on the other side. He's down to 1k. He goes down. Only one hit on the bow. Stalin is chunked. Will those other torps speed across the gap to Ram? No, Ram is reversing. The Marceau has thrown away his health. Unfortunately, he was not able to carry out his mission.
I don't know if that was a wise play or not. TROYA actually sitting on an enormous HP advantage, nearly 130k HP advantage, although the ship numbers are still even now. Zoltan by Battore, very likely going down here for POOI. POOI with a distinct HP disadvantage, but still not out of this game yet. The Kremlin going down soon, possibly Eleon Verde going down. So much happening, so many low HP ships, but not a decisive finish yet.
Troy's Mil Muertos just man-moding it up, firing out open water under that Kremlin. Zoltan being taken down once again, resecuring C for TROYA. Shimakaze in the north, Samuel ducking through torps. Now, Mil Muertos firing off at the Stalingrad at 5,800 health until he suddenly sees Samuel. Is he going to stay on that Stalingrad, or is he going to switch to the DD that's right in his face? There he goes. He's exchanging blows. DD on DD violence. Nobody else able to really help. Elion goes down. Now Samuel has a Petra behind him and a Kremlin behind him, and he's got no friends. So dumping some torps before he goes down, seeing if he can get a hero play. Looks like Mil is going to champ it on up and continue to just run down Samuel. Mil's down to 5k though.
Yeah, I don't know who's actually gonna. It depends if the Kremlin or the Petro can give him some hands. Looks like it does. Well, will he have enough? Oh, good lord. Oh, he's still alive. Oh my god. Wow. Samael, that was one hell of a way to make sure that you take down someone else with you, even against superior numbers and ship types. Looking very strongly as a win for TROYA at this point, although anything is still possible. The HP advantage is literally 163,000 in TROYA's favor. I don't know that POOI can overcome this. The Des Moines of POOI, Ram still trading in the center against the Des Moines of the Rabbit from TROYA. Looks like it's anybody's guess at that point.
Oh man. Joshua just bridging the gap directly in front of an Iowa that was not able to take advantage of it. He's going to start moving into B to support his friend, the Rabbit, who may or may not be able to hop around some torps that are coming in from a Shimakaze down the way. Diamond Lux already dumped all 3 racks at him. Meanwhile, both Des Moines just firing at each other. Nobody else really has angles to work on this. The Petra, the Kremlin for TROYA moving in the north, trying to get in to assist their team. While POOI has technically a ship deficit, 2 of those ships have no guns and no play in this fight right now, so they are trying to trade as evenly as possible.
It's a very, very good point. The Rabbit, the Des Moines of the Rabbit here, looks like he's going to... Is he going to take a torpedo? Yes, I think he will take one. No, he just dodges it. Oh, but he gets absolutely obliterated by the Ohio. When the torpedoes do not work, call in the big boy guns. And he gets overmatched right through the nose by Raton Dios. El Matador Raton Dios, destroyer of Des Moines, I guess. Radar coming out from the Des Moines of Ram, maybe gonna spot that. But down he goes to the Stalingrad of Joshua. Good lord, the HP gap just getting wider and wider here in the favor of Troya.
Yeah, Des Moines exchange. Meanwhile, the Venezia at over A. Charlie Man taking a nasty, nasty slap from Pixel Gamer, dropping him low, causing Adrian the Smallin to start opening up, even against a Venezia, feeling he had enough range to be able to try and get the dunk. He did take some shells in response, chiseled off about a quarter of his health, but that secured the Venezia out of A. Now we have an Ohio and a Shimakaze. Looking at as the world closes in around them, the Shimakaze down, the Ohio, the brawler of brawlers, the secondary king of the U.S. line, is I don't know, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell a bad joke,
He
and
is
that
a
is
rat
that
god.
I'm gonna tell a bad joke, and that studies show that 9 out of 10 people enjoy a good gangbang. So we'll see if Raton Dios, we'll see if Raton Dios here enjoys it himself as he prepares to go down swinging. Sí, vamos a ver. But yes, indeed, looking like game 2 going to Troya as we prepare ourselves for a game 3. So stick around, folks. It should be going on pretty quick here, as nothing really needs to change. No one has to exit the game. So Raton Dios looking for the ram, possibly on the Stalingrad. Maybe just going to go right through, try and ram the Kremlin. But incoming ram, will he get it? He does. Congratulations to Troya.
Yes, looked like somebody was trying to evac right off the ship there as it closed in, trying to get out via the spotter plane, but unfortunately they got shot down before they could get out. So down with the ship. Troya takes a pretty crazy victory, getting those early